Nintendo and Sony are not playing the same game. One builds powerful home consoles, the other builds systems you can carry in your hand. But with the Switch 2, the gap between them is getting smaller. This isn't about who's stronger on paper, it's about how close Nintendo can get to PS5 while doing something completely different. And if you're thinking of buying a new system soon, this comparison matters. Let's start with what each system is trying to do. The PS5 is big, it runs games in 4K, it loads fast, it can push high frame rates. It was built for one thing: power. You sit on your couch, turn on your TV, and get a high-performance experience every time. Nintendo's Switch 2 isn't built like that. It's a hybrid. It has to fit in your bag. It needs to run games on a battery. It's aiming for good performance without burning through power or overheating. So right away, these two systems are made for different people. But what's interesting now is that the Switch 2 is closing the gap. Games that skipped the original Switch are coming to the new one, and they don't look bad. They're playable, and they're mobile. That's a big shift. PS5 is strong, but it's stuck at home. Switch 2 is not trying to beat the PS5 in raw performance. It's trying to bring big games with you anywhere. You can pull out the Switch 2 on a train, at work, in bed, and still play major titles. With DLSS and solid chips inside, Switch 2 is running games that would have crushed the first model. It's not matching the PS5, but it's getting close enough for most people to not care, especially when the freedom of playing anywhere is part of the deal. Now let's talk games. Sony has a long list of cinematic titles: Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, Horizon. These are built to show off hardware. They are high budget, story driven, and look great on a big screen. Nintendo doesn't make those kinds of games. It doesn't have to. Zelda, Mario, Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, these are all different. Nintendo focuses on mechanics, simpler graphics, strong gameplay loops. You don't need ultra graphics to enjoy a round of Mario Kart with friends. And here's the twist: more third-party studios are now treating Switch 2 as a real option. Games are coming to both systems. The difference is, one you play on a TV, the other anywhere you want. So how do you pick between them? Get a PlayStation 5 if you want raw power. If you care about frame rate, 4K visuals, and big budget exclusives, it's the better system. Get a Switch 2 if you care about portability. If you want to game on the move, play with friends in person, or jump between docked and handheld, it's the better system. One isn't better than the other. They just serve different habits. And now that Switch 2 can run big games decently well, it gives more people a reason to skip the PS5. Price matters. The PS5 costs more, the games cost more, accessories cost more, but you get top-tier hardware. Switch 2 will likely launch lower. Games might hit $70, but many won't. Plus, you don't need a fancy TV or high-speed internet to get started. The cost of playing is lower, even if you're not getting the same horsepower. So the value question becomes, do you want power at home or freedom anywhere? This isn't a console war. It's a choice between two ways to play. The PS5 is a solid machine, but the Switch 2 is starting to look like a system that can do more than we thought. And as more third-party games hit both platforms, we're going to see more people asking, do I really need a PS5 if I can play it all on the go? Let me know what you think. Are you more excited about Switch 2 or sticking with PS5? Drop a comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching.